What's good, man? Today we got a beat for SKILLA, baby. I've been listening to his album heavy recently, and that nigga just hard, so I figured we gotta cook one up, man. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Learn something today, drop me a like. If you're here, get the bob and drop me a like. So if you haven't already, hit that noti bell so you know when I upload these videos. But let's get into this cook up. All right, so we in FL at 92 BPM here, a little bit of slower tempo. Technically you could say we double time it to like what, 180 something or something, I don't know. But we in Nexus and we got this piano arena ambience. And we start out with these simple chords, man. We in the key of what I believe is F sharp minor. So let me go ahead and set this scale highline for y'all boys. You know, we can talk about it. So this is what we got. All right, so all we did with these chords here, if I pull this back up, we started on this G sharp and just built out a chord from G sharp. And from there, we just went down to the root note, which is F sharp. And then we just built out an F sharp chord. So this is literally two chords and it's that simple. From there, we came down here and we add this little funky, you know what I'm saying, Detroit bounce to it with these bass notes. So this is what the bass notes sound like with that melody. Smooth, man. And I actually forgot to pull these back down. So you see here, because I inverted these top notes here, this D becomes the root note. So I have the D here for the root note, and then we go into the F sharp. And then we just use the C sharp going back into the beginning of the loop again to this D, because that note is right next to it. It's gonna sound good. So this gives that momentum kind of transition into the melody there. All right, so next I build out this top melody for the with the same piano preset. So I'll let y'all hear what that sounds like. Very simple, man. I'm pretty much just using notes that were in the chords that we built, and I just found a cool little rhythm with it, playing with it on my MIDI keyboard. Very simple. As far as the mixing goes, on the piano, I just have a fruity compressor on there just to kind of squash that piano together a little bit more. And I have a parametric EQ as well. The reverb and the delay on that piano is coming from Nexus itself. So I'll show y'all that. Hey, I was trying to figure out how to make Nexus bigger just now, and I just figured out I can change the color of that thing. But yeah, so we got the reverb and the delay here. So this is the reverb, this is the delay. Just turn down the mix on both of these just a little bit to get that effect. All right, so next we got SRX Orchestra here. We just got this warm violin preset. I think it's like literally the first preset once you open SRX Orchestra. And we just got this simple strings here. Don't get no simpler than that. We're just on the root note, the F sharp. We got an EQ on there, just cutting out a lot of lows. And then we just have a Valhalla vintage verb. Turn down the decay, turn on the mix, and turn up that low cut just to take out the low end of that reverb because we don't need it. All right, so next we got Purity. If we go to preset here, bass synth, and we got the Rezo TV1 bass. This is that classic Detroit sounding bass. This is pretty much what we got here. It's the same root notes that we had on the piano melody. Because honestly, once we had the piano melody done, we kind of had the whole beat, essentially. We just needed to move things around the different sounds to give it the full dynamic range that we're trying to encapsulate here. So this is what that bass sounds like. Now what I like about this bass is if you play with the velocities, so let's say I just raise the velocities of it, it'll sound different. So you know what I'm saying, you can really play with it. That's the difference between velocity and volume. So velocity is going to change the dynamic of how the sound is played, because it's like hitting a key hard and fast, pause. If you hit it hard and fast, that's going to, you know what I'm saying, make the sound harder when it plays, and it's also going to, of course, make it louder. If I hit the key soft, you know what I'm saying, so technically if I lower the velocity, I'll be hitting the key soft. That's the dynamic. So that's the difference between velocity and volume right there. Velocity is more about the dynamics of it, and volume is just how loud or quiet it is. All right, and the last melodic element that we added here, I guess if you want to call it melodic, is this church bell, and this is what that sounds like. Very simple, man. All right, so we got our melody all laid out and structured here. So this is what we got. Just got the pianos here, leave it open. That's hard. So you already know the drums about to be crazy. All right, man, so with these drums, we keeping it simple. Y'all know how I get down. We got a simple two-step going here. You know what I'm saying? We're really focusing on sound selection, man. That's always going to be the goal. Is like, it don't got to be hard if you're choosing the right sounds. So we got a light, you know what I'm saying, a real light, cool hi-hat there. Then on top of that, we got some snares. So this is what the snare sounds like. So we got this little roll light at the back here, and I believe I did I think we did 1/4 step. Yeah, so we went to 1/4 step, and that's how we created that roll there. Real simple. Boom. So from there, we got another snare, just layering that one just to give it a little extra bounce, and then we added these percussive elements. So I'll just play it one time through, and then I'll kind of show y'all the percussion by itself. You know what I'm saying? Real smooth. Like, so what I really like about this melody is, like I said, the percussion here. I use this crash kind of where I want the 808s to hit, because it just kind of gives it like a, I don't know, it just adds some expressiveness to it. When them 808s are hitting, that crash hitting at the same time, there's something about that combination. So with this little clav here, I really like what I did with this percussion here. So this is what that sounds like. Just rolling that thing. That's hard, man. Boom. So last and certainly not least, we got the 808 and the kick here. So I'll show y'all the 808 first. And we're just kind of following the bounce of the melody here. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll actually isolate with the piano. So this is what the 808 sounds like. Right there. So then on top of that, like I said, we have this kick. The kick is kind of just doing its own thing over the 808. Just, you know what I'm saying, we're looking for that bounce with it. I just wanted to emphasize certain sections when that 808's hit. So this is what that sounds like together. Then we also did one additional 808 pattern, just kind of simplifying it a little bit more. So you see, instead of 2 notes at the beginning, we just have 1. Instead of 3 here, we have 2. So this is what that sounds like. Yeah. Very simple stuff, man. That's pretty much it right there, man. So this is what our beat is sounding like. that's it for this one, man. I hope y'all boys enjoyed. Nice little Detroit beat right there. Hey, we almost at 1,000 subscribers, bro. That's crazy. I appreciate all y'all boys showing love for real, man. Like I said, got that drunk kid on the way once we hit 1K, man, for the free ski. For the free ski. But hey, if you like the video, man, go ahead and like the video for me. If your head got a bobbing, I mean, you know the rules. Come on. Sub if you haven't already. And hit that noti bell so you know when I upload these videos, dog. Hey, we out of here.